Dr. Farrukh Chaudhry from United States.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa
Very
alaikum
good to see you,
salam.
Sheikh.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair for this wonderful opportunity to come and discuss our experiences. I've been just sitting here, listening to my brothers and sisters and, just thinking and pondering on my own journey here. Alhamdulillah, a lot of time there are some trigger points that happen in our life which make us, change gears, change directions a bit. I've been thinking what I'm going to say on the seminar, and I kind of sort of in my head divided into three main things that I was going to touch on. One is, why am I here? And why Balagh? And why should we all be here? And I'm just gonna, share a few of my thoughts here. My own journey started after Hajj. In one of the seminars, Dr. Rafaqat mentioned that his story kind of sort of started the same after a wonderful Hajj experience. One of the local scholars that I have taken as a sheikh once told me that this might be a Hajj high, so you have to see how long do you last before you engage in serious studying. And I value that advice greatly because, mashallah, people of such wisdom have a much more deeper understanding of why people go through certain emotions. Another thing which I relate to Hajj was one of the people who was accompanying me, mashallah, great scholar from England. He told me that everything that you value in yourself, everything that you're very proud of, and everything you're very ashamed of, remember in this journey, you're going to be tested for that. And surely enough, I had my plot of stories from the Hajj time, but I just kept that advice with me that every time you try to do something good, you're tested for that. One of the things that I've always taken pride of in myself is my ability to multitask and manage time and etc. etc. So of course that has been one of my biggest challenge learning. Just to give you a background, I'm a physician, much like many others over here, and Dr. Saab here. My specialty is neurocritical care, which is a very intense environment. I spend roughly 84 hours a week on hospital, on site, and about another 84 hours on call, out of which 1/3 of my night is spent answering phone calls, etc. My own personal physical need for sleep is very less. I've never slept more than 5 hours in my life in a day. So I was able to manage very well in the beginning, and I was very happy about it. I was doing good in exams. But for the last 6 months, I have noticed every time I have a class, there is something happening. There's just something happening, and I just keep struggling with it more and more and more. And, I've been taking advice from Mufti Saab, Mufti Abrar, and some other people on how to navigate through this. But I'm determined. I'm determined because this academy means so much to me, and the knowledge I'm learning means so much to me. So this is why I am here, to learn more, to further my experience, much like my brothers and sisters here. Why Balagh? I think it is important to understand, and I think I'm getting more understanding as I'm advancing in my years in Balagh, is that right now there's many ways of looking at the problems and the challenges that our ummah faces. You can divide it in, social injustices. You can divide it into other issues of isms, etc. One of the things that I have been looking at very closely is the dichotomy within the people who are masjid going, the rise of modernism and the holding on to the traditional sciences. And I think one of the things I've realized more and more is that alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala led me to Balagh Academy, where I'm learning very good traditional sciences. I've always been motivated to learn on myself and read and able to navigate through this. But the other main important aspect of having such a traditional background, rich of scholars who have very good chains and asnad, is that Noor is transmitted from them, whether it's by online meeting or whether by a personal phone call, etc., or communicating via WhatsApp. That Noor is emitted, and that Noor infuses us in our bodies and our mind. And alhamdulillah, I find it very interesting that the same subject I could be reading on my own and I won't understand a word of it. And then I hear it from Sheikh Mustaqim or Mufti Abrar or Dr. Rafaqat Saab or many other teachers, and the same subject makes a whole lot of difference to me, and I try to apply it to my life. I look at my teachers and I get inspired. Every time I look at them, I get inspired, and I have just shadeed muhabbat for them in my heart. Well, many of my friends in the local community, because I don't want to go into what I was before. I'm sure we all have our weird stories and everything. I use the same. I just give you a small example. The same speaker system I used to, play my guitars on. Now I'm reading my nasheeds on. So alhamdulillah, there's a big difference I have made. But my friends ask me, why are you learning? What is so important about it? And I give them an example. I'll share it with you over here. I tell them that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as it says in Surah Nur, Allahu nuru samawati wal ard, that Nur is guidance. That Nur is not just a flashlight or a light that shines on you, but it's actually guidance, it's your knowledge. And I tell them, look, if I were to put you in a building which is completely full of darkness, there's no light, there's no source of, direction there, and I tell you to navigate your way out of that building, you're going to be very much a loss because you don't know where you're going. But then if I put you in your own house where you have the knowledge of where every wall is, where every door is, and no matter if the light is turned on or not, we go downstairs every day to drink water in the middle of the night. We never have to turn on the lights because we have that knowledge. And I think that's the knowledge, that's the nur that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about it. Nurun ala nur, yahdillahu li nurihi man yasha. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just ease our journey. I think that's what I have to say for now. Jazakallah khair. And I apologize.